Mariners pregame brought to you by Miller Lite. When it's game time, it's Miller time.
Oh, it's a day-night doubleheader. So even if you were here earlier, unfortunately, you had to leave T-Mobile Park and buy another ticket for the second game. Everybody's lined up, waiting to get in here. It's the Mariners and the Angels, game 3 of this 4-game set. Hi, everybody. Angie Bentink here, along with our baseball analyst, Ryan Rowland-Smith. And that's the beauty of a doubleheader. Sure, they dropped the first game on Friday night, but at the end of business today, you could be up 2-1 in this series.
Absolutely. I don't want to hear any complaining about guys having to play 2 games to get a chance. You can sweep the day. There you go. On a nice Saturday afternoon.
Nobody feels sorry for them. They've got Tucker, the new puppy, inside the clubhouse. They're relaxing right now. Not a whole lot of offense in this one. Mickey Maniac singles Joe Adele in for the Angels in the second inning. But here comes Ty France.
Welcome back. He's missed 4 games. Obviously, after the All-Star break, they wanted to relax on that wrist a little bit. Last night, we heard Scott Service talking about it's going to take some time to get his timing back. Well, guess what? Game 2 drives one out of the ballpark. Good to see.
Yeah, he tied the game last night in his final at-bat, and then his 14th home run right there. Meantime, George Kirby was unbelievably phenomenal. 8 strikes. Trade. It came via activating Mitch Haniger off the IL. Certainly an extra little pop here going forward, just what the Mariners need. Yeah, and I would venture to say that not many teams, unless it was part of a blockbuster trade maybe down in San Diego, got a bat as good as Mitch Haniger's has been. And I know that Chris Flexen, who is out on the mound for this game too, would certainly appreciate the offense from Mitch's bat. As far as how Chris has done against this season, or in this season against the Angels, he's been really good against them. This is his 3rd start against them over his career. In 6 starts, he's got a 2.67 Ernie against him, Ryan.
Yeah, he's had a couple starts against him in the month of June. Weren't too great. I mean, getting into the 6th inning at least, but he's been a different guy since the month of July. 195 in the month of July, and that fastball has just been elite. The velocity is up on it. He's throwing more with 2 strikes, elevating in the strike zone. The ground ball rate is through the roof on the secondary pitches. So he's throwing more with through the roof on the secondary pitches. So they are definitely seeing a different version of Chris Flexen. And one other thing to think about too, Angie, is for Chris Flexen, let's not forget, we got 6 starting pitches for 5 spots. He responds so well to this kind of pressure. He knows that George Kirby's is going to be a factor. We know, obviously, with the pitch count. But Chris Flexen is always good when he's pitching for that job, essentially in that rotation. So he's going to be good today. I think he's going to be a nice little run here, especially after the month of July.
And by the way, we tried to ask Scott Service about the 6 starters again today. And we're like, all you had to do was get through today. He's like, no, I don't need to make a decision until the 12th. So, so get back with me on the 12th. All right. As far as what Chris Flexen is up against with these Angels, things pretty similar at the top of the order. Ward, Ohtani, Rengifo at the top. Max Stassi is going to be coming in doing the catching in Game 2 instead of Kurt Suzuki. Walsh is going to be at first base. And you got David Fletcher out at shortstop instead of Andrew Velasquez, who played there in Game 1. Hey, make sure you download the MLB app to get in-game video highlights, live pitch-by-pitch breaking news, player updates, stat leaderboards, and more for your Seattle Mariners. Would you? Huh, Ryan?
Oh, for sure.
Yes.
My goodness, absolutely. Any chance? I don't think I'd fit in that thing, but I'd get up in that.
No, you get in there. You get in there. I got to do it years and years ago, and it was such an incredible rush.
Oh,
and best of all, I didn't lose my cookies. Nearly passed out, but did not lose my cookies. They are really incredible athletes up there in the sky. Mariners pregame presented by Miller Lite is back right after this.
Every time he takes the field, he competes not only against the other team, but against the toughest adversary, himself. MLB Tonight, where the best outdo their best on MLB Network.
So you're good at hitting home runs, right?
I've never hit a home run in my life, but I've gotten close.
Oh, let's go. Let's try it out.
We're not leaving until I get a home run.
Oh! JoJo, you're so good. You're so young and you've done so much. What's your secret?
I think I just really love life, so I just pick my right foot up and then keep going.
Come on! Ah! That went over, right? It went over!
Freaking love baseball.
Pregame is brought to you by your local Ford dealer, home of the F-150, America's best-selling truck for 45 years. How about this? A new museum is going to open next month in New York City to the public to honor an American hero and baseball icon. The Jackie Robinson Museum chronicles the life of the man who broke the color barrier and his wife, Rachel. Through artifacts and videos, you can learn all about Jackie's life against the backdrop of U.S. history. Now, for baseball fans, there is a sports gallery which talks about his career with the Dodgers and features an interactive model of Ebbets Field. This is so cool. Our Dave Sims recently got a special tour of the museum, and afterward, he spoke with Ivo Filbert, a vice president of the Jackie Robinson Foundation, to find out how they want to inspire visitors to carry on Jackie's legacy.
So tell us how you get the Jackie Robinson Museum started.
Sure. When our CEO, Della Britton, came to the organization, Rachel Robinson talked about one day building the Jackie Robinson Museum. And she didn't want it to be a shrine to Jackie. She really wanted it to really talk about the work that she and Jackie had done. And, 14 years in the making, through several recessions and the pandemic, as you can imagine, supply chain issues, were able to open last week with the ribbon cutting, where Rachel was able to cut the ribbon at 100 years old.
That's very impressive. Now, I talk about Jackie Robinson's baseball career every April 15th. We talk about that, but what about the man? Because you guys really do a good job showing who he was outside of sports.
Oh, absolutely. So again, baseball was, the name, right? Jackie Robinson. Everyone knows that. But if you really understand the life and legacy of Jackie and Rachel Robinson, you understand it's about the impact to community. It's about making a difference. So we talk about civic engagement. We talk about political engagement. We talk about his military career. We talk about the work that he did outside of the baseball space, if you will. So again, a lot of people don't realize he helped to found Freedom National Bank, where blacks were able to get banking services. They had the Jackie Robinson Development Corporation, right? So again, that's where they built affordable housing in Brooklyn for individuals. So a lot of things outside of the world of baseball. And we highlight that here in the museum. We really talk about what they went through in the Jim Crow era, what they had to deal with. And we take you through that entire story, including his baseball career.
I'm impressed by the number of artifacts, the volume of that, and the multimedia presentation, I think, is wonderful. That had to take a lot of effort, time, and money to pull it all together.
Labor of love, right? I mean, you think Della Britton, our CEO, we had Jen Jensen, our museum curator, LaTanya Johnson, our COO, really spearheaded this project and put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into, make it. We want this to be a place that people come and they enjoy. It's interactive. They get to learn. So if you look at the boards, you can deep dive into a lot of information about Jackie and Rachel Robinson.
Do you have a favorite part in the museum?
Do I have?
I mean, because there's a lot here.
There is a lot here. I love the Ebbets Field replica and the interactivity of that space. I also love the media boards. Again, where you can really go through and learn about the different facets of both Jackie and Rachel's lives.
Got to ask you, the Ebbets Field presentation that you have here is not like anything I've ever seen. Tell us about that.
Oh, it's amazing. It really gives you the sense of the experience that one had at Ebbets Field. So if you hear the audio, it is audio from back then. If you look at on the field, you sort of see the playing out. Basically, you have little creatures running around the bases and stealing home plate and so forth. So it's just really, and again, that particular replica, again, so the young people can also enjoy that. You notice we had the windows at the bottom that they can look through the stadium.
The other thing that jumped out at me, you have testimonials from notable people, not only sports, but in all realms of life, talking about the impact of Jackie Robinson. I thought that was great.
Oh, absolutely. Again, when you think about the impact Jackie and Rachel had, it's not just sports. Right. It's in every arena, and we want people to understand that. And today, he still have an impact. Rachel still have an impact today. So we want to make sure people understand that.
It's really fascinating, and I know it meant a lot to our Dave Sims to be one of the first ones to lay eyes on the exhibits. And who knows, perhaps it's going to open in September, and the Mariners are back there in October. The rest of us will get a look at the new museum. All right, right now, we want to connect with Tom Glasgow for more on the teams right now that are outside looking in on the wild card or a playoff spot.
All right, Angie, thanks so much. And by the way, how incredible is it that Jackie Robinson's widow, Rachel, able to enjoy that having recently turned 100 years of age. That is something very, very special. All right, let's refresh quickly the standings in the American League wild card race. It's Toronto up on the Mariners by 2.5. The M's alone in second, a half game ahead of Tampa Bay. But there are other teams certainly involved in the mix. All right, so let's go first of all to the Guardians at home today. They knock off the Astros 4-1. Anytime you beat Houston, you've done a very nice job. The Tigers helping the M's out with a 9-1 win over the Rays. 8-0 in the top of the 8th. The Rangers putting a hurt on the White Sox. The Orioles have won 5 straight. They double up Pittsburgh 6-3. The Red Sox and Royals tied at 4 at top of the 9th. And the Blue Jays trailing the Twins, another team in the wild card mix if they don't take the Central Division title. Bottom of the 6th, Minnesota leading 5-2. How about some hashtag where I root? Remember, send your photos in. We'll do our best to get them on the air. Brumley Sr. got an autograph from new Mariner Luis Castillo. That is a big-time score. Nicely done. Cheryl Gilbert didn't think anyone here would be more excited about tonight's game than that young lady wearing her Mitch Haniger number 17 jersey, with Mitch returning to the Mariners lineup tonight. Hey everybody, say hello to the newest member of the Mariners roster. It is Tucker, the Mariners pup, the official dog of the Mariners. This news announced today. Be sure and go to his Twitter page. He has, get this, over 10,000 followers already. He's a 4-year-old half lab and retriever adopted by the M's. A great backstory on Tucker. Great to have that pooch on board for the stretch run. Hey, he's 1-0. Keep it going, Tucker. Stick around. More pregame coverage is on the way.
Baseball's biggest moments are live on MLB Big Inning. MLB.tv's nightly show takes you from game to game for all the grand slams, no-hitters, walk-offs, and more as they happen.
Wow, he can do it all!
Don't miss the ultimate baseball highlight reel.
This is some kind of awesome.
After your game ends, the action's just heating up on MLB Big Inning. Every night on MLB.tv.
Mariners pregame brought to you by Miller Lite. When it's game time, it's Miller time.
These are are the summer days we live for in Seattle. How about this doubleheader for the Mariners? Seahawks mock game, Seafair going on, Seattle Storm game tomorrow. So much for sports fans to take in the Pacific Northwest. And there is no place we would rather be today for the doubleheader. Welcome back to T-Mobile Park. Welcome back onto the field. Mitch Haniger just ran past me. He is back in the lineup for the first time since April 29th. It is a big night. Now, on days like these, there is no place you should be other than outside enjoying it. And, you know, if you're into the outdoor movie thing, maybe there's something set up in your neighborhood or at your house. Well, might the Mariners suggest a few of their favorite baseball movies for you to dial up?
What are your top 3 baseball movies?
Sandlot, Bull Durham, For Love of the Game. I mean, no question. Bang, bang, bang.
Sandlot. I'm gonna go Sandlot.
Sandlot.
Sandlot is definitely up there.
A Sandlot.
Probably Sandlot.
Sandlot.
The Sandlot, classic.
The Sandlot's gotta be up there.
The Sandlot. Sandlot, the Field of Dreams.
Field of Dreams is a good one.
Major League, for sure.
Major League. A Major League and Moneyball.
Moneyball.
I enjoy watching Moneyball. Moneyball, I think. That they get to the playoffs with little payroll, I think.
What are your 3 favorite baseball movies?
The Rookie. Definitely, that's my favorite.
Believe it or not, A League of Your Own is probably one of my top ones.
Jackie Robinson.
42.
61 is number 2. That's a great movie.
Mr. 3000. Because really the biggest reason I like that movie is because it was filmed in Miller Park, which was like right by my house.
Angels in the Outfield for me.
I grew up liking Angels in the Outfield a lot. Angels in the Outfield.
Angels in the Outfield. Sorry. I said Angels in the Outfield. Hardball. My nickname is T-Baby. So, Hardball.
And as I got older, probably like Bull Durham.
Bull Durham, maybe? Bull Durham.
Bull Durham.
I would say Bull Durham's number 1. I love Bull Durham.
Bull Durham's up there. That's probably my number 1.
Benchwarmers is probably up there, just because that movie's so stupid.
Benchwarmers, The Sandlot, and Benchwarmers again.
Major League 1, 2, and 3.
There, simple.
Even Major League 3, come on.
Back to the Minors, that's a good one.
Yeah, I am still not going to buy that. That feature first aired on Mariners All Access. We've got a brand new episode coming your way tomorrow. Paul Sewald in his most prized baseball possession and how that broke a record in baseball. Plus, we will consult the Magic 8-Ball to see who has the best walk-up song. Mariners All Access debuts tomorrow at noon, right before Mariners pregame. And it kind of feels like Mitch Haniger is making a debut. He is on the field warming up and in the lineup tonight for the first time since April 29th. The high ankle sprain has kept him on the sidelines and in a rehab stint, but you were going to see him in the lineup tonight. Here's who else you were going to see. A slugger in Shohei Ohtani. The Mariners have seen their share of home run hitters. Coming up next on Mariners pregame, presented by Miller Lite. We're going to take a look at some of those numbers and some of the faces Mariners pitchers have had to face lately.
Join Kevin Millar and Steven Nelson on a quest for legends worthy of the sacred prize. It's unpredictable coverage that will have you on the edge of your seat. Join the adventure on Intentional Talk, only on MLB Network.
the Valentine Roofing roof report, and you don't see them right there, but about 20 minutes ago, there was just a ton of seagulls, really confused. It was like you played a day game. I thought it was time for us to show up, eat all the leftover French fries, and all of a sudden, I got a whole new crop of people here at T-Mobile Park. The seagulls, extremely confused. The roof, yes, it is open. Temperature 79 degrees and winds barely blowing there at 8 miles per hour. Chris Flexen, meantime, is going to make his first start in August. I bring it up because in 5 July starts, he was 3-0 with a 1.95 ERA. On the other side of our EQC pitching matchup, it's going to be Reid Detmers, and he has been very good lately. Over his last 4 starts, he is 1-0 with a 1.13 Ernie. Remember, he had a no-hitter that he threw in May against the Rays. Angie Mentink here, along with our baseball analyst, Ryan Rowland-Smith. And Ryan, over this last road trip, and now here on this homestand, the Mariners have had to deal with several of the best bats in all of baseball. We just saw Aaron Judge. I didn't see a hole in his swing. I don't know where it is.
Yeah.
Probably there somewhere, but it's really, really tiny. Yordan Alvarez, it seems like he had a hit or a home run every single time he came to the plate in Houston, and now they've got to contend with Shohei Ohtani.
Yeah, this is as tough as it gets. You talk about this stretch they're on the road, and Aaron Judge is coming to Seattle very soon. But look at this guy, on pace for 65 home runs. That would be an American League record. Obviously, that's Barry Bonds territory back in the day. He just hits mistakes better than anyone else in the league. Yordan Alvarez doesn't swing and miss as much as Aaron Judge. The hard hit rate is still through the roof, right up there with Aaron. But more of that complete hitter, hits the ball to left field a lot more of a line drive hitter. And look, Shohei Ohtani, any chance you get to witness him in person, it is impressive, whether it's on the mound or in the batter's box. He is so good. He's continuing that pace. But this is a fun stretch of baseball. The sun's out, middle of summer, and you have got the best coming to town. And again, you got the Yankees right after this series. That could be, I dare to say, a nice little October preview, maybe a playoff preview. Imagine the Yankees, the Mariners. They've got tons of history, in this building. That'd be a lot of fun. See Aaron Judge in this building in October.
Exactly. Well, that's what we're doing. We're just getting ready for the postseason. Yes. That's what it's going. All right, we've got more to get to here on Mariners pregame presented by Miller Lite. We're back right after this.
When it's about to go down,
This is the story of the night.
MLB Tonight takes you there.
How about that?
Big moments, big reactions, and big interviews. Only on MLB Network's MLB Tonight.
What is it called when you draw on the thing? I don't even know what they're called. I didn't have the patience as a kid to do this. But it's Etch-a-Sketch? Is that? Oh, let's go.
What do you mean you didn't have the patience? I mean, you could draw lines on it as a kid.
Yeah, but like nothing with drawing or sitting there. I was always playing, moving, running.
It's just good to hear his voice.
Yes.
And then obviously it's really good to see him back on the field here at T-Mobile Park. Mariners certainly have missed his bat. Welcome back, everybody. Angie Mentink here, along with our baseball analyst, Ryan Rowland-Smith. And this is going to be huge for this team. If Mitch can get back, and I know Mitch, and Mitch wouldn't be back right now if Mitch wasn't ready to be back. And the fact that he says he is, this is really bodes well for this team.
Yeah, it really does. You make a great point. And the fact he's playing right field right out of the gates as well, that tells you that there's no issues there. They're not trying to slow play him by DHing him. He's gone right back into the field. That means that athleticism factor is there for Mitch Haniger. But what an impact. You go back to 2019, 39 bombs, obviously a huge OPS, huge barrel rate. And look, he made some big statements this offseason. Comes out, obviously he's healthy in April, hits the COVID IL, comes right back, high ankle sprain. So he still has a lot to prove, and he's got plenty of time to do it.
And we're used to seeing him, out there in right field. And we miss seeing Kyle Lewis and Mitch Haniger in the same outfield. They're going to be out there again today, separated by Sam Haggerty in center field. But if you're like me and you're wondering, when was the last time they were out there together? It was May 29th of 2021. It was against the Rangers. Of course, Lewis was in center field. But again, so great. Kyle Lewis and Mitch Haniger back together again.
There you go, first base hit.
Join Kevin Millar and Steven Nelson on a quest for legends worthy of the sacred prize. It's unpredictable coverage that will have you on the edge of your seat. Join the adventure on Intentional Talk, only on MLB Network.
To you by First Tech Federal Credit Union. First Tech is your financial partner investing in Mariner fans everywhere. And by Emerald Queen Casino. Join the EQC Players Club and unlock a world of perks, including live music, dining, and more. More info at emeraldqueen.com. Live shot, Pirate Ship, Lake Union, bring you inside T-Mobile Park. Mariners thinking sweep after beating the Angels in Game 1, 2-1 a few hours ago. Glad you've joined us here for Mariner Baseball. Right now, time for a look at the Northwest Chevy Silverado drive of the game. Easy pickings on this one, Mike.
This was the offense for the Mariners. Ty France, a 2-run home run. The Mariners end up winning the game 2-1. For Ty, his 14th home run of the year. Great to have him back in the lineup. Big-time homer right there.
Pitching matchup for this evening. Reid Detmers, a left-hander for the Angels. Chris Flexen going for his 8th win to even up his record at 500.
Yeah, Flexen, a 3.73 ERA. This will be his 3rd time out against the Angels. His previous time he went 5 innings, giving up 3 earned runs in his last outing. The slider, again, will be in play. We know about his fastball, but the slider will be an important pitch to him. He will use it up against the righties. And to the left-handers, that's when his changeup will be in play. So Flexen getting the start here in the 2nd game of the day.
How about Detmers, who's got a no-hitter to his ledger this year, back on May 10th against Tampa Bay.
Yeah, talented left-handed pitcher, and he's really been pitching well lately. His last 4 outings, he's 1-0 with a 1.13 ERA. Excellent slider. Opponents hitting just 167 off his slider. Fastball about 93 miles an hour.
Wild card situation. Here's how it looks. Mariners with a big win earlier, 58-50. Game in front of Tampa Bay with Baltimore, Cleveland, Chicago, Boston in hot pursuit as the Mariners trying to move up and catch and pass that Toronto ball club. Another good crowd here for this split doubleheader, the back end of it. Glad you've joined us here, Mariner Baseball from T-Mobile Park. First pitch is straight ahead.
Every time he takes the field, he competes not only against the other team, but against the toughest adversary, himself. MLB Tonight, where the best outdo their best on MLB Network.
Mount Rainier in all its majesty. The backdrop here in Seattle on a beautiful summer Saturday evening. Game 2 of a split doubleheader featuring the Mariners and the Angels. Mariners coming off a nice 2-1 victory to get things started for today, and now thinking sweep. Glad you've joined us, everybody. It's Chris Flexen and the Mariners take the field. As we look at a couple icons there, Rod Carew, Ichiro eventually being Cooperstown, a couple of Hall of Famers. Glad you've joined us here, Mariner Baseball. Dave Sims, Mike Blauer's Root Sports crew. Let's take a look at the lineup that will face Chris Flexen.
Angels scoring just the 1 run in game number 1, but Taylor Ward will lead things off. Having a nice year, hitting .275 with 14 home runs. Shohei Ohtani, the DH, 24 home runs on the year. He will bat second in the lineup. Max Stassi, the veteran catcher, he will hit cleanup for the Angels. And David Fletcher, he's missed a lot of time this year, but we'll get the start at shortstop, and he will bat 7th. And Chris Flexen, this will be his 21st start, 7-8 record, a 3.73 ERA for Flexen, and 111 innings pitched, 76 strikeouts for him. That's over 41 walks. Take a close look at what he's going to do. He's going to mix it up today. We know that his fastball on average around 92 miles an hour. He'll throw it about 40% of the time. The cutter will be in play at 34%. The changeup primarily to the left-handed hitters and the slider. He's been using the slider more than 7%. He's been closer to about 14. So look for the slider against the righties. And I'll look at the defense. Kyle Lewis will get the start in left field. Welcome back, Mitch Haniger. Good to see him out in right field. Suarez and France are on the corners, and Luis Torrens will do the catching.
And he back for the first time since April 29th when he had to leave with a high ankle sprain on his right ankle. First pitch is being brought to you by First Tech Federal Credit Union. Flexen coming off a nice month of July at 5 starts, 3-0, 1.95 ERA. Home plate umpires John Tumpain. One saved a woman from attempting suicide in Pittsburgh 5 years ago. And first pitch, foul tip by Taylor Ward. We're underway. Taylor Ward 2 for 4 in the first game. Last night, sac fly in the 10th proved to be a game winner. Swing and a miss.
And that's a pretty good flat fastball for Flexen. His average this year is 92. That fastball, 93 miles an hour at the top of the zone.
Go-to pitch. John Tumpain has balls and strikes. Adrian Johnson is first base umpire. Marvin Hudson, crew chief at second, and Nestor Seja at third. Flexen 1-0 against the Angels this year, 3-0 career. Some foul back. Give me a player's perspective, particularly from the regulars, the guys who play every day. Now they're playing the back end of this doubleheader. What do you do between, and how do they usually feel when you start a second game like that?
Yeah, if they were playing in the first game, they typically, once the game is over, they're going to find a way to get something to eat. And I think more than anything else, you have to continue to stay loose. It's a long time between. But I think that they keep moving around because they don't want to get tightened up. And especially if you're somebody that has a nagging injury that you're dealing with, that makes it even tougher. So you're going to spend some time in the trainer's room.
So if you're good, maybe you get on a bike, do a light ride or something like that.
Stay loose.
Yep. Center field for Haggerty. One away. Today's SAP broadcast is brought to you by the Laborers Union, 47,000 strong in the Northwest. Here comes Ohtani, and they've kept him in check thus far. 0 for 4 in the first game, struck out once. Golden Sombrero last night, 4 strikeouts and a little dribbler for a base hit up the third baseline. 1 for 9. As we said in the first game, keep him in the yard. What a year. 24 homers, 64 runs batted in.
Yeah, tremendous power, all fields. Flexen starts him with a changeup.
Ohtani is 2 for 13, a homer, an RBI, 3 walks, 3 Ks against Flexen. This one pulled foul. And then the other question to follow up, obviously, after a doubleheader like this, take you about, what, a minute and a half to fall asleep once you get home?
About that.
I'll say that.
You and I will be right there, too.
Oh, let's see, Mike. I can name that tune, I don't know, about 35 seconds. 1-1, infield pulled around hard to the right. 2-1.
And that was the first cutter of the ball game. A couple of changeups and then the cutter.
2-1. So Flexen, in his 6th start against these Angels, 3-0 record, 2.67 ERA in his career. 17 strikeouts, 9 walks. 3-2.
Good fastball, 94 miles an hour. That's about tops for Chris. Average 92, but this is 94. Throws it past him. Right in the middle of the plate.
3rd time Flex against the Angels this season. A no decision and a win. 3-2 to Ohtani. No.
And walked him on the changeup.
So 1 out, 1 on. And it brings up Luis Rengifo, second baseman. 0 for 4 in the first game. 2 for 4 last night with a double and a single. So Mike Trout on the injured list. They got a long list. 4 pitchers, 2 infielders, and an outfielder. Rengifo. The thing about him that you notice immediately, he's not up there posing. He's up there to swing the bat.
An aggressive hitter.
Batting in the 3 spot here as he did in the first game and in last night's opener.
Flexen starting him with the 4-seamer. Late swing on it.
Luis, a switch hitter. Oh, 2.
And this is going to be the slider. It will definitely be in play. EQC Tracer had it right in the middle of the plate at 79. It'll be 79 to 81 miles an hour on his slider.
Angels at 45 and 62. The Mariners at 58-50. 11.5 back at Houston. Fly ball left field. Kyle Lewis. Two down here in the first, and this copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Seattle Mariners and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Seattle Mariners. There's Max Stassi. 2-run homer, 9th inning in last night's game to take the Angel lead to 3-0 before the Mariners tied at bottom 9. And then Taylor Ward with a sac fly won it in the 10th. Out straight back. Kurt Suzuki did the catching in the first game for the Angels. Series wraps tomorrow, and then the Mariners will see the Angels with 3 games set in Anaheim a week from Monday. This trip by the Angels here to Seattle is their final trip here. The Mariners' last trip to Anaheim will be a weekend wraparound series in start off the middle portion of September. 1-1. Haggerty on his horse. He's there. 3 flyouts and a walk in the first inning. We're underway. See if the Mariners' bats can come alive. They didn't do a lot in the first game. Maybe this game will be different.
What can you expect from Butcher Box? 100% grass-fed beef, organic free-range chicken, heritage breed pork, and so much more. From farmers who believe in raising animals with care, with no antibiotics or added hormones, ever. All with free shipping right to your door. Together, we can make a difference, one meal at a time. Get free bacon for the life of your membership.
At Boll & Branch, we don't make bedding like everyone else. We make it better. We prioritize thread quality, not thread count. We source the finest 100% organic cotton to make the softest, most luxurious fabrics on earth. We're free from toxins, the way home should be. Boll & Branch is made different, so you can sleep better at night. Experience the difference at bollandbranch.com.
Success this year for the Angels.
Adam Frazier will lead things off. He has been a hot hitter as of late. Ty France, his 14th home run in the first game earlier today. That was a 2-run homer. That would prove to be the difference. Mitch Haniger, welcome back from Mitch Haniger. He's going to bat third in the lineup. Carlos Santana, the DH, hits fifth. And Sam Haggerty will round out the 9 for the Mariners. Reid Detmers, really throwing the ball well this year. A 3-3 record, but a 3.62 ERA. That's over 16 starts for him in 82 innings. He has 75 strikeouts, 30 walks on the year. And what is he going to feature? Pretty good fastball, about 93 miles an hour. He throws it 46% of the time. The slider has been a very good pitch for him at 21%. There's the curveball at 20%, and then the change at 13%. So good mix for him.
First pitch to Adam Frazier inside, ball 1.
Lefty's hitting just 132 off of him this year.
Go get him, boys.
Yeah, hard slider. Problem for the left-handers.
That's well tagged, center field. Tracking. Out there is Mickey Moniak. There's one out. Moniak coming over from the Phillies 4 days ago.
Covering some ground. Taylor Ward will get the start out in right field. David Fletcher missed a lot of time this year, but he'll be at shortstop. Jared Walsh is at first base. And again, Max Stassi, the veteran, will do the catching.
Magnurius Sierra almost had an inside the park home run last night. Right, here's hitting hero Ty France. 2 out, 1 on, 3rd inning. And a 1-0 count. He rode one out. 2-run homers, 14th, RBI 55-56.
And here's a look at the curveball. You see Trace will have it pretty much in the middle of the plate. The curveball at 74 miles an hour.
Detmers, a first-round pick, 10th overall back in 2020 out of the University of Louisville. Look out. Oh, man, they had teammates ducking.
A late swing on that slider.
Let's let Luis Castillo and Julio stay comfortable here. I was walking out with those guys last night. The other way. Folks, if you didn't see Castillo pitch the other day, you're gonna enjoy the heck out of watching him coming up against the Yankees. And Julio already bonding, walking out with those guys last night. Julio is expected to be available for Wednesday's game coming off that 10-day. Look out, there's another one. Castillo was super impressive. He's going to wear him out. Castillo 6 2/3, 5 hits, 3 runs, 3 earned, 3 walks, and 8 Ks and 109 pitches in the 7-3 Wednesday win at the stadium in New York.
For Detmers, 3 quality pitches. Opponent's hitting just 182 off of his curve, 188 off the fastball, and 167 on the slider. A tough mix.
2-2 here to tie. Strike 3 called. Well, this will be a big ovation. Let's listen.
Great to have his power back in the lineup.
Partial standing ovation. First time since April 29. He's been in action with the big club. Reinstated earlier today, Abraham Toro optioned to AAA Tacoma. Breaking ball for a strike. And he appeared in 11 games rehab assignment in High Everett. 3 games at Tacoma. Batted a combined 8 for 30, 267. 3 homers, 8 RBI, 10 walks. Got on base at a .488 clip.
This is a quality fastball, 94. EQC Trace will have it right there at the top of the zone. It's on the inside corner, too, a late swing.
39 home runs, 101 RBI last year for Mitch Haniger. One of the bigger 2-run singles you'd ever see in game 161 last year against these Angels.
We know Mitch, he likes to hit the high fastball. I've already seen a couple of them at 95 miles an hour. That's a lot of production to not have in your lineup. Good to have him back.
Hit to the shortstop. Fletcher throws over in time. Mariners go 1-2-3 in the first.
Retired MLB pitcher CC Sabathia is old school. His son Karsten Sabathia is new school. Karsten uses Win Reality for his hitter training, a state-of-the-art tool that utilizes VR to improve timing, pitch recognition, and confidence. A new school approach to more hits. Hitters love it.
I love it.
Pitchers, however.
Man, I'm glad I'm retired.
Train new school. Hit old school. Be ready for real. Win Reality.
Should Viagra really cost $90? We don't think so. RexMD.com has FDA-approved generic Viagra at 90% off with free shipping. Want to know what other guys are saying about RexMD.com?
This was my first time using telemedicine, and I'd recommend this process to anyone. I couldn't be happier with the product.
Visit RexMD.com and fill out a brief survey. If appropriate, you can try generic Viagra for 90% off and get a free supply of testosterone support. Your consultation is free, there's no copays, and no doctor office visits. Visit RexMD.com.
With the Game Time app, I paid 60% less than this guy.
What?
And it's not just sports tickets. It's also concerts. Performances, too!
Oh, come on!
Download Game Time. Last minute tickets, lowest price, guaranteed.
Mobile coverage, Cam in action. How about Ty France? This is a big out to get first in the 9th inning of game 1.
It's a little bit of help from the netting as he makes the catch.
Nice work.
Yeah, nice running catch by Ty.
5, 6, and 7 coming up here in the 2nd inning against Chris Flexen. Jared Walsh, the first baseman.
3 flyouts and a walk in the first inning. Still trying to get a feel for his changeup to the left-handers.
Flexen, as you know, one of the few guys that comes right over the top of that delivery. Do not see much of that anymore. And in addition to that, a little bit of a windup.
Had a good fastball in the first inning, topped out at 94 miles an hour.
Early part of this season for Flexen didn't get much run support. Gotta like his tenacity a lot. There's a strike. 3-1. I mean, he hung in there, Mike, for a long time. He was pitching pretty well and well enough to win some ball games.
That can be frustrating too, but he was able to hang in there, and now it's kind of turned around for him. Starting to score some runs.
There's a walk to Walsh, 2nd of the evening. Yankees and Mariners square off. Huge 3-game series starting this Monday at T-Mobile Park, and come out for a midsummer marquee matchup between Ty France and the Mariners and Aaron Judge and the Bronx Bombers. Grab tickets right now at Mariners.com. I know a lot of people in New York in major panic mode right now. The Yankees just lost 1-0 to the Cardinals in St. Louis, and that's 4 consecutive losses. And the Cardinals have moved in to a first-place tie in the National League Central with Milwaukee. And that's big news, especially for Milwaukee. How about them trading Josh Hader?
How about that?
I mean, stunning. As we look at Mickey Moniak. Absolutely stunning.
And imagine what that clubhouse was like when that happened. Yeah, that had to be a tough one.
I don't imagine the GM was walking through handing out cigars. Heard a report that even Devin Williams, who is their setup guy, was
really
angry.
Disappointed, yeah.
He was really ticked off. He's the guy that sets up for Hader, and Hader had a little bit of a rough going lately. Man, Padres will take him. Moniak, 1 out, RBI single in the second inning. First game, this one popped up, and it's out of play.
Well, already a couple of walks for Chris. He'll want to stay away from the walks. Be careful with Ohtani and Walsh, but the rest of the lineup he can be fairly aggressive with, I think. Definitely see the cutter on play to go along with his changeup.
It's a different team without Mike Trout.
Yeah.
Duh. But it has to be said, 8th in runs per game, 13th in batting average, 13th in hits. They do hit it out of the yard. They were 6th in the league in home runs starting today. Yanked foul. Trout with some back issues. Last word I heard would be might see him next week. Today's the 6th, so we're talking about 9 days from now. The Mariners are down in Anaheim. Good pitch. First strikeout for Flexen.
His best changeup so far. To the lefties, he likes to use the cutter in on their hands, kind of speed them up, and then come right back with the changeup. Starts it on the plate, and the bottom falls out of it. 80 miles an hour.
And for your money, best changeup on the ball club?
On the ball club, Marco.
The always pesky David Fletcher.
Put it in play, spray it around.
The last 2 seasons, 725 plate appearances, 0 barrels for Fletcher.
How about that?
But he puts the ball in play, though, 620 times. He beat you with a blunt instrument. Remember Jeff Bostic used to talk about that, my broadcast partner doing football, Super Bowl winning center for the Redskins. And what this guy does, a little bleeder here, a little bloop, a little bunt here and there. He's on base.
He's a good player.
He is. Flexen going right after him. Fletcher 4 for 10 against Flex with 1 strikeout. Haggerty's got plenty of speed to take care of this. So the Mariners, they beat the Yankees the last 2 days in New York. The Cardinals have beaten them twice. Cardinals go for the sweep tomorrow. Then the Yankees come in here on Monday. And the Yankees, nobody's throwing any benefits for them, but
not after the start they got off to this year.
No, I mean, they are sitting on 70 wins,
Yeah.
but they're going through a rough patch right now. Maybe the Mariners can add to it Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Phil Gosselin. Mariners. Yes, indeed. Winning both series in New York. Take 2 out of 3 from the Mets first and then the Yankees. Yankees now 1-4 in the month of August after 13-13 in July. Did he go? Did not go. Cole and Tyone started those 2 games for the Yankees. 5 home runs allowed. 2-0. Ty France has got room. It's a good inning. Walk does not hurt. Flexen, second time it has worked to his advantage. Still scoreless right now in Seattle.
I love the Boys and Girls Clubs because they help you believe that you can make it to the big leagues.
Big leagues of what? Law. Art? Construction? Baseball?
How'd you guess?
With the help of Major League Baseball, the Boys and Girls Clubs of America help kids make it to the big leagues of anything.
Tomorrow we'll be on the air at 12:30, and a 3-game series against the Yankees, who are in a slump right now, reeling just a little bit. 70 wins and 39 losses, 4 consecutive losses. Cardinals looking for a sweep tomorrow. Hey, Eugenio Suarez going to lead things off for the Mariners here in the second, followed by Carlos Santana and J.P. Crawford.
Gino having a good year, 18 home runs so far.
But a very solid third base, great throwing arm. And he's behind here. It's a good breaking ball right there.
Hard slider. Also has that curveball in the low 70s that he'll use.
How about Reid Detmers pitched the 12th no-hitter in Angels history, 10th individual no-hitter, made 10 against Tampa Bay. Allowed 2 base runners, a walk, and 1 Reed Stoner error. Second Angels rookie to throw a no-no. You baby boomers out there, you will remember Bo Belinsky. High fly ball, the stand yard. Taylor Ward under it. Bo Belinsky was sort of a Joe Namath before Joe Namath. Didn't win any championships, but he was a partier. He was a playboy. Had some good years. And that was Belinsky's no-no was May 5 of '62 against the Orioles. But Bo Belinsky, I like the nightlife. I like the boogie. He'd go out and put up some pretty good numbers for a while, and then bounced around after that. Santana looking at strike 1.
It's early, but Detmer's already showing a pretty good slider. EQC tracer on that last breaking ball. Right about the middle of the plate.
Another pop-up. And Hifo. So 2 down. Pick up an each row Mariners Hall of Fame bobblehead on Sunday, August 28th. Cleveland Guardians will be in town. First 20,000 fans Going to get one of this year's most exclusive collectibles featuring Ichiro's MVP, Rookie of the Year, 3 Silver Sluggers, and 10 Gold Gloves. That's a stacked bobblehead. Get your tickets at mariners.com/Ichiro. Quick inning. J.P. Crawford flies out to center. Moving along to the 3rd inning in a scoreless game.
When it's about to go down,
This is the story of the night.
MLB Tonight takes you there.
How about that?
Big moments, big reactions, and big interviews. Only on MLB Network's MLB Tonight.
At SeattleTimes.com. The Seattle Times delivers deep sports coverage to your home, desktop, phone, or tablet. Make the most of this season. Visit SeattleTimes.com/subscribe to sign up now. Both pitchers off to outstanding starts through 2 innings. Chris Flexen will face 9-1-2 in the order for the Angels. Magneuris Sierra showed tremendous speed in yesterday's game. Tried for an inside the park home run, 2 out in the 2nd inning. Double down the left field line, rattled around out there. And so Jesse Winker recovered, hit J.P. Crawford, who threw a strike to Cal Raleigh, and they got him out at the plate to end that inning. Flex has got him 0-2. Broken bat. Gonna have to hurry. JP knows it. Barehanded. He knew that's all he had. Infield hit.
First base hit for the Angels.
Broken bat. Slow roller.
You can hear it break. Hit off the side of the mound. It's the only chance JP has. Tried to barehand it. Even then, it may not have been able to throw him out.
Top of the order, Taylor Ward, 2nd time through now.
Flew out to center his first time up.
What do you think of his, when you watch him hit, what do you think of him?
I think he's a really good hitter. I think he'll use the entire field. I think he can hit a good fastball for sure. He's having a solid year. I mean, leadoff started this game hitting .275 with 14 home runs as a leadoff man. That's pretty strong.
Chases Sierra back. Try to get something going on the run game here. Boy, he hung one and got lucky.
He did. And it's going to be a breaking ball. Like a curveball, left it middle in. He wanted that down and away. So missed his location, got away with it. Ended up being a long strike. Next pitch will be 40 for him.
Sierra, the runner at first base. 6 out of 8 in base stealing. 0-2 pitch. Fouled off. Mariners infield of Suarez, Crawford, Frazier, France. How about the outfield? Kyle Lewis, Sam Haggerty, yep, and Mitch Haniger if you're just joining in. Activated this afternoon. Abraham Toro sent to AAA Tacoma. Good lead by Sierra at first. Good stop by Terrence. 1-2.
Yeah, that's great. See Lewis and Haniger in the outfield. Try to keep them healthy the rest of the way.
First time they're in the same outfield since late May of 2021. And don't forget, coming up Wednesday, Julio should be back. Dylan Moore should be back. That's going to necessitate some more player moves, plus Diego Castillo become available soon. Long run for Mitch. Don't get hurt. Don't anybody get hurt.
Looked like he was running pretty good.
Yeah. Ty took a beeline, didn't he?
Yeah.
That was pretty impressive. I've been impressed with his ability to go attract foul balls, particularly ones over the shoulder. Yeah.
Yeah.
And all in all, as a first baseman, he's aces. He's Gold Glove caliber.
Showed him making that catch and going into the netting in the 9th inning of the first game today. Also looked like he hit his knee pretty good in that padding, but seemed to be just fine.
Kudos padding. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Two balls, 2 strikes. Cal Raleigh getting the day off. Ty France, hero in the first game today, and a 2-run single, hero in the 9th inning last night. His first game back after missing some time with sort of wrist and forearm. 2-2 here to Taylor Ward. Haniger on the gallop. 1 hop off the fence. Sierra getting a wave on from Mike Gallego, and incomplete on the relay throw. JP couldn't handle it. Head first slide by Sierra. He scores. It's 1-0 Angels. An RBI for Taylor Ward is 38th.
And a solid double for him. Not a bad pitch at all. Fastball towards the corner at the bottom of the zone. But he finds a gap as he barrels it up. You mentioned Sierra, plenty of speed to score.
Might have been interesting had they been able to connect on the relay. Here's Ohtani.
Quality changeup. He threw Ohtani 4 changeups. Ended up walking him his first time up. Like we're all changeups down and away from him.
Talked about it last night. Can't say enough good things about what this guy's doing. Talking about Ohtani, 9-7, a 2.83 ERA in 105 innings, 152 strikeouts, 24 walks. Then you look at his batting average, the power numbers. I mean, are just ridiculous. 24 and 64. I mean, the guy's a special player, and we're getting to see this. And as somebody wisely said, Babe Ruth, great two-way player, but he was a pitcher first. Then he became the great hitter. 2 separate times. This guy's doing it simultaneously.
He probably runs the bases as well as anybody, too.
There's no question.
Right.
mean, we have seen, I remember asking his interpreter, did he run track over in Japan in high school? Because he is a long strider. I would have loved to have had him on my 400-meter relay team.
Without question.
This is special talent. A lot of conversation. According to all the national baseball writers, calls were made to the Angels. Hey, what do you think about what do you need for Ohtani? I remember talking to Phil Nevin when we were down there last time, and I said, Phil, what are we talking about next year when his contract is up? And it may not be the Angels, it'll be somebody. He says, well, the conversation is going to begin with a 4.
Wouldn't be surprised.
As in like 40 million.
Pretty good four-seamer on his hands after all those change-ups. A little bit of a late swing.
Can you imagine?
I wonder if he'll settle into one or the other at some point.
Well, he's still a young guy.
Yeah.
Enjoy the ride you're on right now.
You bet. No, you bet.
But you're right, and then eventually I think, well, I don't know. Either way, he could be good. We've seen him play in the outfield. Good player. 2-2 pitch. You know, the 24 home runs we've seen him, you know, dead central. He had a breaking ball down and in a few days ago. Must have hit it about 20 rows up down at the Big A. And how he got to it, let alone barreled it, is amazing. That's stung, backing up Haggerty, twist, turn, nice catch. Sam Haggerty, well done. Ball smoked.
Line drive. I thought it fooled him at first. He gets turned around, but he makes the adjustment. And then he gets it in quickly. A little bit surprised that Ward didn't try to tag up. He's still at second base.
Yeah, I thought that was a gimme tag, right?
He should have.
I mean,
that's a break for the Mariners.
Sure is.
Nice play.
Sam had to do, you know, a couple of twists out there. That should have been an indicator right there. 1 out. Here's Rengifo. Ward at second. His double drove in Sierra. 1-0 here in the top of the third.
In that first game, George Kirby went 6 innings. Bullpen should be in pretty good shape. Probably won't see Swanson. He did a nice job in that ball game. Maybe not Munoz also.
Good for George. 6 innings, 6 hits, a run, no walks, 8 Ks. His record, he gets the win. His record evens at 3-3. ERA at 3.40. You want Flex in a little trouble right here with the 3-hole hitting Rengifo, 3-0.
Seen him fall behind a number of hitters. Already a couple of walks for him. Going to stay away from the walks.
His team 13th in hits. Don't gift wrap anything for him. 3-1. Right to Frazier. Will take the out runner to third. 2 down. And that'll bring up Max Stassi, right-hand hitting catcher.
Flew out to center his first time up. Batting cleanup. 7 home runs on the year.
Ty France well off the bag on the right side. Frazier guarding up the middle. Gino and JP deep on the left side of the infield. 1-1 to Stassi. Interesting results already in Major League Baseball. Mets sweep Atlanta at home. 8-5. Scherzer beats them in the second game. 6-2. Max is now 8-2 with a 1.98. Dodgers trailing at home to San Diego 3-2. They blitzed them. Dodgers blitzed the Padres last night. 1-1. And now it's a 2-0 lead for the Angels. RBI for Stassi is 24th.
And Flexen will not be happy with the location of the cutter. Ends up right in the middle of the plate. He wanted that down and away.
He wasn't going to miss that one. The Mariners saw the Angels get on top, and the Mariners rally. 25 come from behind wins for the Mariners.
That's better location, down and away with the four-seamer.
Giants beat Oakland 7-3. Battle of a Bay Area battle. Texas wiped out the White Sox 8-0. Houston loses at Cleveland 4-1. Dusty Baker out with COVID-19. Said he feels fine, but test came back positive. Baltimore continues to win. How about Baltimore beats Pittsburgh? They go 5 games beyond 500.
They have been amazing. Excellent changeup right there. But yeah, Baltimore's really played well and surprising a lot of people. And here's the changeup, 80 miles an hour. Perfect location.
2 outs, a couple of runs in. A runner at first, trying to get Walsh to end it here. Phillies keep winning 11-5 over a bad Washington team. We'll see Washington later on this month, a 2-game series. Detroit beats Tampa Bay 9-1. KC over Boston 5-4. Minnesota beats Toronto 7-3. Cincinnati 7-5 at Milwaukee. Final in Colorado wins at Arizona 3-2. All 2 strikes to Walsh.
Has to throw him any curveballs. Well, that was good timing for right there. Just misses the outside corner. I think if he would have been able to land that, probably takes it for strike 3. 74 miles an hour on the curve.
Two-two pitch. Back up this way.
Pitch count climbing on 65 pitches. Next pitch will be 32 for the inning. It's a lot.
Two and two. Pitch number 8 coming up.
Walsh has seen everything. Cutter on his hands, the changeup. Missed with a curveball. A couple of four-seamers. In the first inning, his four-seam fastball was 94. He's more 91, 92 now.
Again, a 2-2 to Walsh. Full count. Kyle Lewis in left field, not particularly deep. Infield hard to the right. Stassi, the runner at first, takes off the pitch. Strike 3 called, got him. Second strikeout for Flexen. Angels put 2 on the board. We go bottom 3. Kyle Lewis will lead off for the Mariners.
It's time for MLB Pitch Hit and Run, the official youth skills competition of Major League Baseball. Sign up for free for a chance to play your way to the 2022 Pitch Hit and Run National Finals. Visit pitchhitrun.com today. T-Mobile coverage cam. Another good crowd here this evening at T-Mobile Park. First game, a 110 start, 41,507. Anticipating the 30,000 range here for the second game of the split doubleheader. Glad you've joined us at home and wherever you are watching us from. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers, Root Sports crew. Mariners need to pick it up right now. Scott Service after the game was saying, hey, we need more 2-out base hits.
He's right about that.
Spot on. Kyle Lewis leads off. Kyle in limited action, as you know, hitting a .157.
Detmers, pretty good fastball. He's been 93, 94 with the heater. A hard slider tonight. Just missed with that curveball. There's a good fastball at the top of the zone. He has 3 quality pitches. Continues to work on his changeup.
He's been on a nice roll last 4 starts. 1-0 record of 1-1-3. Two and two. Swing and a miss. Slider. Good pitch.
Second strikeout for him. And here's what's been the problem. That slider so far. Been anywhere from 86 to 88 miles an hour.
There's Luis Torrens. Scuffling 2-0-2. Watching Detmers. The way he starts that windup reminds me of Kershaw with both arms up in the air when he starts. Yep, right there. Kershaw on the shelf again for the Dodgers. Detmers out of the great state of Illinois. Breaking balls in there for a strike.
That's quality curveball. Mentioned it at the beginning. Opponent's hitting just 182 off of his curve, 188 off of his fastball, and 167 on the slider.
Detmers 1-3 in 5 games last year. It's his 17th start this season. Home run and a test tube. Red Hefo, 2 down.
How did the Walt Disney Studios help America win the war? We'll find out in a new exhibit at the Museum of Flight. The Walt Disney Studios and World War II now open. No, it's not Marlon Brando, it's Sam Haggerty.
It is Sam Haggerty. Sam's done a nice job when he's had an opportunity to play. 291 with the 3 home runs. Plenty of speed.
That's with the breaking ball. Sam, a switch hitter. And there's a base hit with 2 outs. Good speed. He's aboard. Big wide turn.
First hit for the Mariners. It's good to get that out of the way.
Yeah.
Solid line drive into left field. Pretty good fastball too at 94. Jams him a little bit, but he'll take the base hit.
And Sam has been on a nice run dating back to July 17th. 333 clip. He's just added to that. Frazier 0 for 3 in the first game. He entered that first game 326 tear in his previous 28 games. Mariners are gone here in the third. 2-0 Angels.
It's time for MLB Pitch, Hit, and Run, the official youth skills competition of Major League Baseball. Sign up for free for a chance to play your way to the 2022 Pitch Hit and Run National Finals. Visit pitchhitrun.com today.
One to get him to the 500 mark. A couple strikeouts, a couple of walks, and gives up 2 runs on 2 hits in the third inning. A couple of strikeouts, a couple of walks, and 2 runs on 3 hits. And Mickey Moniak leading off in the 6th hole, followed by David Fletcher and Phil Goslin. Deep drive right field, and that's going to add to the tally for the Angels. Now 3-0. Moniak with a home run. It's his second. Flexen touched up. A home run. And that His 15th home run he's given up this year.
And again, it's about location. Set up inside. Didn't quite get it there. That's more middle to middle end. Big delivery Supermo in the home run. 384 feet.
Fletcher axle wave.
An aggressive hitter, Fletcher. Wants to put the ball in play, especially early in counts.
And he drives one down the left field line, going foul. Fletcher first time up, flat out to center.
Just missed the bottom of the strike zone.
1-2.
91 miles an hour. EQC Tracer had it down. Just called the ball.
That's tagged as well. Kyle Lewis runs it down. Nothing like speed. One away.
Like Flexen was able to jam him just enough off the label.
Phil Gosselin coming up to some Led Zeppelin. Run in, one out. Boy, that's hit well too, but Sam's got this.
Knuckled on him a little bit.
Sure did. A little too much audio coming off of some of these swings. 2 outs.
That was strange. Suarez threw the ball. Flexen wasn't looking. It looked like he hit him on the hand. Knocked the other baseball out of his hand. Looks like everybody's fine. Sierra with an infield hit his first time up.
Scored of the Taylor Ward double to right.
Looks like Chris starting to get a pretty good feel for the changeup.
Sierra out of San Cristobal in the Dominican Republic. Flexen's getting 0-2.
Doubled up on the change.
Sierra's been with the Cardinals and Miami prior to coming to the Angels. 6th year in the big leagues.
Flex ahead of him, 0-2. Has a chance to make him chase outside the zone.
Career game number 245. Most he's ever played 123 games last year with Miami. Hit 230. 11 stolen bases. Swing and a miss. He's gone. Flexen's 3rd strikeout. Gives up a home run to Moniak. Angels lead it 3-0.
Hey, it's me. The summer breeze. I just flew back into town. Let's get outside. Much better.
Nice.
What?
With the Game Time app, I pay 60% less than this guy.
60%?
Game Time finds you the best last-minute deals and guarantees the lowest price. Download Game Time now. Nice shirt.
next office party, check out a Mariners group outing. For groups of 20 or more, it's the perfect way to save on tickets and enjoy a great summer night at the ballpark. For more info, visit mariners.com/groups. Good crowd here. Game 2 split doubleheader. Mariners going to have to wage another comeback. Down 3-0, 2 runs in the third, 1 in the fourth for the Angels. There's Ty France leading off, and he sends one left field. And Sierra's right there, 1 out. Tom Glasgow, what's new?
All right, David, from the Forward Sports Desk, so many teams are in play in the American League wild card, and that would include, to the surprise of many, the Baltimore Orioles. In fact, the O's are the hottest of the wild card contenders. 5 straight wins now. They defeat Pittsburgh at home 6-3. Guys, get this, on the day they celebrate the 30th anniversary of Camden Yards.
Well, that's a good one. Here's Mitch Haniger, second time activated today. Abraham Toro sent to AAA Tacoma. Mitch is back after being away a long time. April 29th was his last game.
Rounded out his first time up. Great to have him back in the lineup, hitting third.
And Camden Yards, 30th year anniversary. Set the tone for so many of the ballparks around the major leagues. A little retro look. A little bit closer to the action, closer to the field. No more cookie cutter. These multi-use ballparks. I grew up with one in Philly. Pittsburgh, Cincy, they all look alike. St. Louis, Atlanta. 3-0.
I'm talking about Baltimore, and no Trey Mancini either.
Yeah, and I'm glad we're finished with Houston too. You know,
I'm with you.
He had 2 home runs yesterday, won a grand slam. Boys in Houston liking him immediately. I was really surprised that they moved him. I mean, a guy, he is in the hearts of Oriole fans and Oriole fans in his heart.
Yep.
He was a cancer survivor. Man, he had like stage 3 or 4. Beat it. Nice, really good player.
Good player on top of everything else.
Breaking ball, Mitch Haniger's aboard. First walk by Reid Detmers. 1 out base runner for the Mariners.
Walked him on a curveball.
But yeah, this we've seen it over the years. I don't want to say crazy. Yeah, I'm going to say it. Some crazy things you see sometimes at the trade deadline.
Yep.
We had already addressed that with Hader. I know Hader had a little bit of a rough outing lately, but man, in fact, it's
still one of the best.
Yeah. And now the Cardinals, having won the first 2 games against the Yankees, they send Adam Wainwright against them for a sweep tomorrow. The Cardinals moved into a tie. Milwaukee. Gino flied out to right first time up.
That was a little late on the fastball the first time around. So he didn't catch up to it here.
Give him the right side of the infield. That's a good pitch for
hard slider.
Young Detmers.
Yeah, that's the problem. Especially when he locates it like that. Out of his hand, looks like it's going to be middle in, ends up off the plate. EQC Tracer has it off the plate, swinging over the top of it. They have him about 21% usage of the slider. I think he'll be above that.
Easily.
Yeah.
I mean, as hot as he is with it right now, you're gonna ramp it up. 1 and 2 here to Suarez. A lot of pop-ups. Ward makes catch, 2 out. And now a quick word from Sound Credit Union.
You want to see your dollar go farther? How about closer? At Sound Credit Union, members help each other and make a difference in their communities. Sound Credit Union, invested in we.
2 out, 1 on. Haniger's at first, just the second Mariner base runner.
Sam Haggerty got a base hit with 2 outs in the third. Couldn't score him. Here's Santana taking a strike. Speed pitch, got him strike 2.
And a rare changeup. And watching him the first time through, I wouldn't even worry about the changeup. Cross that off the list. He may only throw a couple of them throughout the game.
And Detmers fielding his position. Easy breezy fourth. He's got a 3-0 lead.
They say nothing worth having comes easy, to which we say they must not have had our sirloin steak with garlic herb butter, because it takes less than 30 minutes to make. No, really. With Home Chef, you get more ways to have super delicious, super fresh meals that are also super easy. So even when you don't really have time to cook, you still have time to Home Chef. Get $90 off your first month at homechef.com. Also available at select stores. Home Chef, delicious meets simple.
This is my first time trying on glasses at home. So cute!
5 different frames from Warby Parker.
Oh, this one's better. Ooh. Ah. Hey.
The virtual try-on is perfect. Like, they look like they're on my face. Like, look at this. Just swipe and switch.
These are definitely a keeper.
I think these are the one. Ooh, these look good.
That was so easy. They make it so fun and fabulous.
I was noticing a lot of hair loss, and it was already a sensitive subject for me, so I was kind of embarrassed. I was familiar with Hims and decided to go forward with it. And within a few days, I got my products. After about the second month, I started to see true results. I mean, you forget how good you look with hair again.
Monday, Aaron Judge and the Yankees coming to town, including today, another loss at St. Louis. Here's what Aaron Judge is doing. The last 19 games, 394, 13 homers, 20 RBI, 10 multi-hit games, and an OPS of 1497. Yankees held the 2 hits today, and they get the always tough Adam Wainwright tomorrow. So the Cardinals look for the sweep. Chris Flexen could use a clean 1, 2, 3, 5th. He's got Taylor Ward top of the order with Ohtani and Rengifo to follow.
Yeah, this will be the 3rd time through the lineup for him, so we'll see how he does.
Ground ball to Gino. One away. 3rd inning RBIs by Ward and Stassi. Home run by Moniak, leading off the 4th for the 3 runs for the Angels. Here's Ohtani again, walked and lined out a knuckleball that had center fielder Sam Haggerty twisting and turning, but he made a nice running catch headed towards the track. Straight away center field.
We'll see if Flexen's going to stay with the changeup.
And here's how they deploy StatCast, powered by Google Cloud.
Starts him off with a curveball, takes a lot off of it too. Just 73 miles an hour EQC tracer on the curve.
Flexen's got him 0-2. Ohtani, first game, 0 for 4, 1 strikeout. Last night, 1 for 5. Golden Sombrero struck out 4 times. Here comes the 0-2.
pretty good pitch. Cutter in on his hands. I feel like he's going to go back to that changeup again. See if he can get him to chase it.
One and two.
Messing with the changeup. That's perfectly fine in an 0-2 count. See if we can get him outside the strike zone. Help you out a little bit.
One and two to Ohtani with one out. Two pitch. Good job to flick that out of the way.
And I was back with the changeup again, and the only reason why I was able to get a piece of it because it was elevated. It was just off the outside corner, but a little bit too high. More towards the bottom of the zone.
A couple of lefties go tomorrow. Close out this series. Marco Gonzalez for the Mariners. Tucker Davidson for the Angels. We look at a 2-2. And Kyle Lewis right there. Kyle Lewis, a couple of chances, 3 chances. Put outs, 2 down. Renifo.
Yeah, Lewis and Haggerty both have been busy.
Renifo fly to the left and grounded out to second. Play him to pull. With the top for a strike. Surprised we have not seen Tucker, the new mascot for the Mariners, a rescued dog. All over the internet. He got word from a friend in Miami. Said it even made the Miami news, TV news this evening.
I saw him on my way into the ballpark today.
Good looking,
yes.
Good looking dog.
Yep.
A big hit. And I look at a picture here at social media. He's worn out. Everybody, hey, Tucker, Tucker, Tucker. He's rocked out right now, man.
Long day for him too.
Yeah. 1-2. Moved his feet. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Not quite the same Angel Ball Club without Mike Trout. And this is his favorite away from home haunt, T-Mobile Park. Well familiar with the numbers he's put up here. 2-2. Counts run full. Flexen's walked 2. Struck out 3. On deck, hitters Max Stassi, RBI single to left his last time up. Busy night for Haggerty. Nothing like that good speed. He started back, made a really nice adjustment. A 1-2-3. There's a clean inning we're looking for. J.P. Crawford. You get Kyle Lewis. And Luis Turan's coming up for the Mariners, who trail 3-0.
If you think they're excited, you ain't heard nothing yet.
Be quiet, win ball games, then I'll shut up.
High Heat with Christopher Russo, only on MLB Network.
by Heritage Canned Cocktails from Heritage Distilling Company. Simple, but not basic. Edgar statue outside. Edgar Martinez away. 3-0. Angels, they got 2 in the third, 1 in the fourth. Mariners have been held to 1 hit by Reid Detmers. Talented young left-hander. Struck out 2, walked 1.
His fastball at the top of the zone to go along with that slider have been a problem. Mixed in a few curveballs, even the changeup. He's been in command.
J.P. Crawford leads off.
Flew out to center his first time up.
A couple of quick innings. A 1-2-3 first, a 1-2-3 second. Breaking ball for strike. Mariners got their first hit, 2 outs in the third from Sam Haggerty. Couldn't move him along. They got a walk, a 1-out walk in the fourth to Haniger in his return. First game since April 29th. To center field, and it's run down by Moniak. So you check back in with Tom Glasgow.
Cleveland Indians are thinking postseason this season, not only when it comes to the AL Central race, but the wild card as well. In play for both and getting a very impressive win today, knocking off the AL West leading Houston Astros by a score of 4-1. So be sure and keep tabs on the Guardians. As you can see, just 2 games out behind Minnesota for the top spot in the Central.
Good point there, Tom. And 4 big games here at T-Mobile Park. The Guardians will be here last weekend this month, and then the first weekend in September the Mariners will be in Cleveland for 3 games. Kyle Lewis struck out in a 2-2 pitch. Behind here 0-1. Check his swing. 1-1. 2 years ago, Rookie of the Year. COVID shortened season. Wish him nothing but good health moving forward. Talented player. He's already shown some pop this year. He's got 3 home runs in limited action.
And the slow curveball just missing the top of the zone.
2-2.
Finally starting to use the changeup a little bit more. Talked about it. He's been on a roll coming into this game. His last 4, he had a 1.13 ERA.
Did he go? He did, says Adrian Johnson. Another strikeout. That is strikeout number 3. It's the second time he's got Lewis. 2 down, 5th inning. Looking for the perfect summer vacation outing with your kids? Well, come on out to T-Mobile Park this Wednesday. Marquee matchup. Yankees, Mariners, first pitch, 1:10. Good vibes. They're going to be in full swing here at the ballpark, so grab your seats for you and your family at mariners.com. Luis Torrens popped up to Rengifo, the second baseman. One and 1. Here we are, game 109. And Trent still trying to get on track. Look at that, 10 of 17 first pitch strikes.
And right about 37% on the slider today. Typically this year he's been at 21%, but it's been a pretty good pitch for him today, and he continues to use it, go along with that good fastball.
Swinging through.
Yeah, 95 miles an hour.
He's got a good rhythm working.
And challenges him right here. EQC Tracer. Middle end.
Well, he's looking for his first hit here in the month of August. 2-2. Fly ball deep right center field. That's his best power alley. Goodbye. Home run. Luis Torrens gets the Mariners on the board. His first home run of the season. Here we are
on the 6th of August. And he rings the bell here in the 5th inning.
Man, hopefully that's a good sign for him and the Mariners.
Well, they needed that. He needed that.
And I like the fact that it was right center. Pretty good fastball, too. Top of the zone on the outside corner. Able to catch up to it. It's right on the barrel.
Yeah, he's proud of the fact that when he's going well, that's where he goes. They had 1 hit in the month of July, 1 for 12. He's now 1 for 6 here in August. Mariners on the board. Here's Sam Haggerty.
Yeah, pretty good pitch that he hits. That fastball at the top of the zone has been a problem, but he was able to catch up to it.
Mariners need that. Keep pecking away. Way out in front. Breaking ball, a good one. 1-1. It has to feel really good for Luis to get off the schneid there. Swing and a miss. 1-2. Trends last year, 15 home runs for the Mariners in 108 games. Way behind last year's pace. Injuries certainly slowed him down. He was injured in that little get together on 26 June down in Anaheim. Missed some time when the Mariners and Angels went face to face. Solid base hit to left on a 1-0 pitch for Haggerty in the 3rd. And hit by Luis, the 2nd hit of the night, and that's drilled down the left field line. Sam Haggerty with extra bases. And he's got a double with 2 outs. That'll bring the tying run to the plate. So Sam Haggerty having a night. Single and a double.
On the slider. One of the few that he left on the plate. Easy double for him. A couple of hits in this one for Sam. Came into the game hitting .291. He's been limited, but done a nice job. He's had an opportunity to play. Get back to the top of the order. Adam Frazier.
Frazier would love to pick up this run right here, right now. 2 out. Mariners down 3-1. Frazier 0 for 2 with a fly to center. Ground out to 3rd. One to one here to Adam. That'll get away, and Sam Haggerty eases to 3rd.
That'll be a wild pitch. And here's the hard breaking ball.
90 feet closer.
Nasty, a veteran catcher, typically will block that, keep it in front of him. So another break for the Mariners.
Cash it in. Two balls, 2 strikes. Two and 2, 2 outs. Good job to get it out of there.
Just off the outside corner. Another hard slider.
Trying to pick up this run here with 2 outs. Big breaking ball. and it was a beauty. Strikes out Frazier, 4th K. Mariners get on the board. They leave a runner, and it's 3-1 Angels.
The game is changing. So are the shows that talk about it. MLB Network's Off Base.
What's going on, everyone?
A modern baseball show for the modern baseball fan.
It doesn't get much better than sitting around and talking baseball.
Only on MLB Network.
And here we go. Andres Munoz and the fellas doing well. Here we go. Bullpen pitches thrown this series. Swanee's good to go again tonight. Matt Festa did a nice job earlier, as did Andres Munoz in the first game. Penn Murphy doing a little stretching right there in the beard. A couple of days from now, we should be seeing Diego Castillo coming back. And farther down the road, Jerry DiPoto saying last night, hope to get Ken Giles back. Working his way back from the finger situation. Mariners on the board as we go top 6. Overall impressions of Flexen through 5.
Yeah, early on I thought that he had a difficult time working ahead. So a number of 3-ball counts. Obviously he gave up the 1 home run. But he's done a nice job mixing it over. He finally was able to find his changeup. His changeup to the lefties has been a really good pitch for him. But just doing what he normally does. He's going to grind his way through 6 innings for you. Keep you in the ball game. See if he's able to get through this now at 96 pitches. So we'll see how far he can go.
Tied him up 1-2. Stassi, Walsh, and Moniak 4, 5, and 6 coming up.
At the start of the game, his fastball, the 4-seamer at the top, was about 93, 94 miles an hour. Now it's coming back down more 90, 91. Losing a little bit of velo.
2-2 pitch. Strike 3 called. Got him. 4th strikeout for Big Flex. 1 down.
And a perfect pitch. Here you go. You can see Tracer set up away. Right on the corner at the knees. Pretty good 4-seam fastball. Next pitch will be 100 for him.
Jared Walsh walking a strikeout looking so far. Way out front, strike 1.
He's going to chase that curveball.
Playing Walsh to pull. That's a bleeder that's going to get down. A base hit for Jared Walsh. His 2nd hit today. Went 1 for 4 in game 1.
I jammed him right off the label. Well, it's a base hit.
Then Murphy heating up.
Usually doesn't take him much time to get ready.
Reds holds on, strike one. Luis Torrens has the Mariners on the board. Solo home run, 2 outs, 5th inning. 3 runs, 5 hits for the Angels, a run on 3 hits for the Mariners. Good pitch. 0-2.
And he struggled with the changeup the first couple of innings, but he stayed with it. Pitch that he needs for the left-handers.
One and two. See what gives here. 1-2. Flexen to the plate. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Second strikeout of the inning. 5th in the ball game. 2 down, 6th inning.
And right back to the changeup again. Excellent pitch. This is going to be located right at the bottom of the zone. Turn it over just a little bit.
Here's Fletcher. That is rifled. Gone. David Fletcher. We talked about him going something like 725 plate appearances, not getting one on the barrel. Well, he got one there. 2-run shot. And David Fletcher's second home run of the season. RBIs 6 and 7. Takes it to a 5-1 lead for the Angels.
And we talked about it earlier also, how aggressive he is. Flexen wanting to work ahead with the fastball. He wanted that more outer half. That was middle in. You can see his eyes just light up when he hit it.
And the sound too. Second home run, give it up. Moniak got one leading off the 4th. Strike one to Goslin. And told that was not a barrel. How about that? High fly ball deep in the gap. Sam. Kyle, it's going to be Sam. Haggerty makes the catch near the 376 marker. 2-run homer by Fletcher. 5-1 lead for the Angels.
Today, I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth.
Jackie Robinson searching home run into the left field stand.
Here comes Roger Maris. There's a new home run champion of all time. I don't believe what I just saw.
Cal Ripken Jr. has reached the unreachable star.
This crowd on its feet and in unison.
This one has a chance. Home run! Mike Piazza! The Boston Red Sox are world champions.
Welcome to the first night of MLB Network.
Number 600 for Jim Thome. That ball is gone.
106. That would be a new record.
It is caught. Oh, what a catch by Mike Trout.
The Cubs have finally won it all.
The Atlanta Braves are world champions.
Well, tonight we're excited to highlight Rob Meidinger, Mariners season ticket member since '01. Rob loves coming to the games with his family, cheer on the Mariners and his favorite player, J.P. Crawford. Thanks for your support, Rob. And for info on how the rest of you folks can become a season ticket member, visit mariners.com/22. Ty France looking to ignite something against Reid Detmers, who's been on top of his game. 4 strikeouts, 1 walk. Has given up a home run to Luis Torrens. Got a 5-1 lead.
And a couple of hits to Haggerty, but that's pretty much it.
Breaking ball hit foul. Ty, Mitch Haniger, Eugenio Suarez. Ty, a strikeout looking and a soft line drive to left, and it looked like that hurt him. Sure did.
That was the slider again. He's had really good command of the slider. We're not trying to throw it for a strike. Everything is just off the plate inside to all the right-handed hitters.
Ty leading off here in the 6th. Fouls it off. One-two pitch coming. Really can't cover the plate, can he?
He can. Already spoiled a number of pitches, including a changeup that was away from him. That last pitch, the slider again.
One and two. Right back through the box, base hit. Man, a throw it duck special. Right near the bill of his cap. Hard smash up the middle for Ty to get things going here for the Mariners in the 6th.
Slow curveball, able to keep his hands back, drive it right back up the middle. Hanging breaking ball.
Here's Haney. Ground out to short and a walk. First action since April 29.
It's like Matt Brash getting loose in the pen.
On 2 to Mitch. High ankle sprain kept him out for a long time. Get the triple digits. Break the tie with each row. Next ball he hits out of the yard. Haniger got injured back on 29 April at Miami. Singled in his first at bat, spent time on the injured list, April 16 to 28. Two and two. Career best last year in home runs, 39, RBI 100, runs scored 110. Did that in 157 games. 2-2. Coming in, Mitch had played 482 career games with the Mariners, 262 batting average. So the 99 home runs, 279 RBI, 18 stolen bases.
Detmers in good shape with his pitch count. His 80 pitches working here in the 6th.
striking out. Strikeout number 5, 1 out, 6th inning. Here's Tom Glasgow.
All right, let's talk some Motown baseball from the Forward Sports Desk. The Tigers tonight with just their second sellout of the season, their first since opening day. Why? It was Lou Whitaker night. How did the Tigers celebrate? Put a beat down on Tampa Bay by a score of 9-1. Not only beating the Rays, but beating their all-star Shane McClanahan. And at the same time, guys, doing the Mariners a bit of a favor as they lead the Rays by a half game in the wild card standings.
All right, Tom, thank you very much. Lou Whitaker, good player.
Left-hand hitter.
Good.
That old ballpark was built for him.
19 years in the big leagues, all with Detroit, 5-time All-Star, 276 career batting average. Rookie of the Year back in '78. Gino didn't like that call, 1-1.
I would have bet he would have been an All-Star more than 5 times.
Yeah, I would have thought 8 or 9.
Yeah. Terrific player.
And a third. They get 1 and they get 2. They do. Around the horn. 5-4-3. That'll do it for the Mariners in the 6th. Angels go 5-1.
Using the old baseball stats only gives you part of the puzzle. But when we challenge ourselves using advanced tools and modern thinking, you'll see the bigger picture.
Challenge all things baseball with MLB Now, only on MLB Network.
Local Ford dealer, home of the F-150, America's best-selling truck for 45 years. And by the Washington State Department of Revenue, 1 in 7 people have unclaimed cash. Do you? Visit claimyourcash.org. Kids playing in Fountain, Seattle Center. Love the joy that they bring when they get into those fountains. Good stuff. Chris Flexen, night is done.
6 innings, 6 hits, 5 runs. They were earned. A couple of home runs hurt him tonight. Had the 2 walks, 5 strikeouts. He threw 108 pitches.
Bacon Plumbing, call to the pen, brings us young right-hander, the rookie Matt Brash.
Average fastball at 98 miles an hour, hard slider and a curveball. This will be his 14th appearance on the year. .27 2/3, 30 strikeouts, 22 walks. That was a problem earlier this year. Now that he's been in the pen, he's limited that.
Brash will get 9, 1, and 2. Here's Sierra, followed by Ward and Ohtani. Strike 1.
Yeah, good looking curveball right there. That's a knuckle curve.
2. Bat out of Kingston, Ontario, Canada, and Niagara University. 0-2 pitch. Began the season as a starter. Moved into a relief role. 1-3 as a starter, 1-0 as a reliever. Sharply hit, but Adam Frazier's right there. One out. Sierra retired. Top of the order, Taylor Ward for the 4th time.
He was 1 for 3, doubled and scored.
Brash, this
run.
Sorry, Mike. For Brash, 9th game as a reliever. The 2.35 ERA. Sim Haggerty, busy night for him. Haniger peels off at the last second. Two outs.
It looked like Sam maybe called him off right towards the last minute. Yeah, you can see him call for it right there. Fortunately, Mitch was able to hear him. He's made that sliding catch a couple of times this evening.
Busy night for Sam. Got the good wheels. Just keeping him here. And he's swinging a hot bat. There's Ohtani.
That's an easy 99 right on the corner. Terrific arm.
Brash giving up a 241 batting average out of the pen. 312 as a starter. Being aggressive, and he's ahead here of Ohtani. 0 for 2 with a walk this evening.
Yeah, 99 miles an hour, then right back with the hard slider at 88.
27,065 on hand here. Game 2 of the split doubleheader. And quick work. Matt Brash, 1, 2, 3. Gets Ohtani on strikes. Really good stuff here as we go bottom 7. Right now, the Angels in command, 5-1.
If you think they're excited, you ain't heard nothing yet.
Be quiet, win ball games, then I'll shut up.
High Heat with Christopher Russo, only on MLB Network.
Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to play Washington's lottery. When you play, all of Washington wins. In fact, over the last 10 years, more than $1.2 billion have been contributed to education. Good crowd here Saturday night. A good day overall for the Mariners. 27,065 here in Game 2. First game this afternoon, 41,507. Right now, the Mariners need some hits. Gonna get going here offensively. A run on 4 hits against Reid Detmers.
And they need some traffic out there. Hasn't been much, just the 4 hits, 1 walk. Only had 1 AB with a runner in scoring position. 0 for 1.
And Tana fouls one off. Carlos, JP Crawford, Kyle Lewis, 5, 6, and 7 here in the 7th inning.
That is a foul ball. Fletcher moves from shortstop to second. Looks like Rojas is at.
Rengifo is at third. Velasquez is at shortstop now. He's in for Gosselin.
Going back is Moniak. So Santana flies out. And now a quick word from Seattle Cancer Care Alliance Proton Therapy Center.
I found out I had prostate cancer on opening day 2017. I had a friend who had prostate cancer, and I saw the side effects he was going through, and I just thought there had to be a better way. It was much easier than I ever thought possible. If I had to recommend proton therapy, I absolutely would.
All right, Griffin, we'll see him for Ichiro weekend later on this month. Thanks, Rick. Velasquez is at shortstop. Andrew. You look at J.P. Crawford. J.P. 2 flyouts to center. Well, dribbler. Detmers. And that skips in there, and J.P. safe. We talked about it, Mike. Traffic, gotta have it.
Gotta have it.
Base hit.
I think it jammed him. He had time, but a poor throw. Good hustle by JP. Yeah, he knew he had a chance.
Kyle Lewis, dribbler. So the infield ran Rengifo at third, Velasquez at short, Fletcher at second. Wall still at first base. Sierra, Moniak, and Ward outfield. And Max Stassi behind the plate for the Angels. Kyle Lewis, couple of strikeouts. Both times on a 2-2 count. One. Angels 2 runs in the third, 1 in the fourth, 2 in the sixth. Moniak a home run in the fourth inning, 2-run. That was a solo blast, 2-run shot in the sixth by Fletcher. Kyle Lewis swinging a miss, 1 and 2.
And Detmers, he's had the good slider the entire game. Now at 92 pitches. His location with it has been excellent tonight.
1 and 2. Inside, backs him off, 2 and 2.
%41 sliders tonight. That's how good it's been. Typically he's around 21%.
Two pitch. Full count.
Torrens with a home run his last time out. Nobody getting loose in the pen for the Angels. I know he's at 94 pitches.
Phil Nevin liking what he sees. The interim manager. 3-2 to Kyle. Strikes out for the third time. That's 6 strikeouts for Detmers. Here's Tom Glasgow again.
All right, guys, from the Forward Sports Desk, a matchup today between the American League Central leading Minnesota Twins and the wild card leading Toronto Blue Jays. This one going to the Twins by a score of 7-3. So back-to-back wins for Minnesota. Both of these clubs, by the way, really just trying to find some traction. 5-5 over their last 10 games, but you can see Minnesota leading the Guardians by 2 and the White Sox by 3.
White Sox on the move too. Thanks, Tom. 5-1. Angels 2 out. Torrens looks at ball 1. First homer of the season. Last time up, right center field, 2-1 pitch.
take. $15 last year. He had 15 right around the 108, 109 mark. Games played. This one popped up at a play. He did get some good wood on this swing right here.
Pretty good pitch too. The fastball that was the top of the zone on the outside corner. He went the other way with it. Exit velo of 103. They mentioned his first home run went over 400 feet away.
2-1 pitch. They get 3-1. Sam Haggerty, good night for him, swinging the bat, single to left, double to left.
Next pitch will be 100. They have a right-hander that's just starting to get loose in the Angels' pen.
3-1 pitch. It gets down. A lot of top spin. Works out well for LT. Back-to-back hits for him. So the Mariners with 2 outs, runners at first and second. For Sam Haggerty, swinging a hot bat tonight.
Another pitch that's up in the zone. Exit velo of 104. Solid base hit.
Ryan Tepera, right-hander, heating up for the Angels.
Matt Wise, pitching coach, out to the mound.
Six strikeouts, just 1 walk. There's Tepera. 6 strikeouts, 1 walk. Given up by Detmers. A run on 6 hits. Mariners have matched the Angels in the hit total, but they need runs.
We talked about they needed some traffic. There's some out there. See if they can pick it up. It's 0 for 1. Runners in scoring position tonight. Not many chances.
Drops in that breaking ball.
And here's the curveball.
Wow, 20 curveballs this evening. Deal 1. Down back.
After a couple of hits by Haggerty, he's changing things up using the curveball, and that was a changeup. Quickly ahead of him.
Trying to make something happen with 2 outs. JP is at second. Torrens at first. One and 2. Adam Frazier's on deck. Big spot here. 1 and 2. 2 out, 2 on. Deuce is wild. 2 and 2.
And he's going to straighten him up. Pretty good fastball still at 94 miles an hour.
Outfield straight up, so's the infield for Haggerty. 2 and 2. Full count.
A little lay off the slider. Detmers at 105 pitches. He gets a chance to face Adam. That'll probably be his last hitter. Some right-handers after that. France and Haniger, Suarez will be due up. So Tepera, who's loose in the pen, will come in.
2 outs and a 3-2 pitch. Runners, they take off. The pitch, swing and a miss, struck him out. Mariners threaten, don't score. We go to the 8th. 5-1 Angels.
I was noticing a lot of hair loss, and it was already a sensitive subject for me, so I was kind of embarrassed. I was familiar with Hims and decided to go forward with it. And within a few days, got my products. After about the second month, I started to see true results. I mean, you forget how good you look with hair again.
Karsten Sabathia trains in Win Reality.
I love it.
So Karsten hits in reality. He trains in Win Reality.
I'm glad I'm retired.
He hits in reality. Train in Win Reality. Win in reality. See infinite game speed pitches, work on timing, pitch recognition, and get more hits. Train new school. Hit old school. Be ready for real. Win reality.
Hey, it's me. The summer breeze. I just flew back into town. Let's get outside. Much better.
Baseball and Root Sports brought to you by Alaska Airlines. From the West Coast to the world, earn and redeem miles to over 1,000 destinations with our One World Alliance members. And by your Western Washington Toyota dealers, Toyota Let's Go places. Seattle Center, the iconic look right there of Seattle 5-1 Angels. Space Neal looking good on a beautiful day earlier today. Looking for All-Star tickets? Guarantee your access to 2023 All-Star Week in Seattle with Mariners Flex Membership Plus. Get great seats for the stretch run and lock in postseason priority. So go to mariners.com/all-star and become a member for as little as $600. Second big league appearance for Brennan Bernardino. He's the 27th man. You're allowed the 27th man for doubleheaders. Second big league appearance. And he's going to face 3, 4, and 5 in the order here of the Angels.
Pretty good two-seamer for him, the hard slider to go with it.
He's out of Valencia, California, same town that produced CC Sabathia. Brennan got a chance to pitch last week in Houston last Sunday in a 10-inning Astro 3-2 win. Gave up the game-winning base hit. Alvarez beat the shift going left side. Here's switch hitting infielder Luis Rengifo to lead off here in the 8th. Back to the story for Bernardino, 30 years old, been knocking around in the minor leagues for a long time. Chopper, boy, that height came in handy right there. One down. Bernardino is 6'4", 180. Here's Tom Glasgow.
All right, David, let's talk more wild card. The Red Sox are in that race. The Kansas City Royals are not, but they were hosting the Red Sox today. Tied at 4, bottom of the 9th. This is rookie Nick Pratto. Nick Pratto goes yard walk-off, a win for the Royals, just his second career home run. KC takes it 5-4. Boston 4 games out of a wild card playoff spot.
Boy, how good was that? Nicely done. Bernardino, he's 30 years old, drafted by the Reds, 26th round back in 2014. You look at the wild card, Red Sox by their fingernails right now. Stassi fouls one back. 1-1. Bernardino, man, he's been in the minor league since the 2014 season. Pitched down in Mexico, where a lot of former major leaguers got a good look at him. And next thing you know, the Mariners hook him up, and here he is in the bigs, his second big league appearance. It's out of Cal State, Dominguez Hills. 3-1.
Pretty good pitch right there.
Mariners signed him as a free agent June 27. 3-1 pitch coming up. Three, 2. Stasia fly to center, an RBI single to left in the third, a strikeout looking in the sixth. Three and 2. Breaking ball. Ty France take care of it. Two outs, and this will be a lefty on lefty here with Jared Walsh. Walk, strikeout looking. Single to center, run scored. Make that 1 for 2. Mariners won the first game 2-1 behind George Kirby. Even his record at 3-3. Todd France, 2-run homer, third inning, made it stand up. Mariners won that game 2 runs on 4 hits and left 8. This game they've got a run on 6 hits. They've stranded 5.
And just 0 for 2 runners in scoring position, so not a lot going on.
Popped it up. Bernardino. Good inning. JP settles under it. Good steady legs right there. Nice play. And a good job by Brendan Bernardino. 1, 2, 3 in the 8th. Top of the order coming up for the Mariners.
With the Game Time app, I paid 60% less than this guy. What? And it's not just sports tickets. It's also concerts.
Seriously?
Performances too.
Oh, come on!
Game Time finds you the best last-minute deals and guarantees the lowest price.
Am I underdressed?
Download Game Time. Last-minute tickets, lowest price, guaranteed.
This is my first time trying on glasses at home. So cute!
5 different frames from Warby Parker.
Oh, this one's better.
Ooh. Ah. Hey.
The virtual try-on is perfect. Like, they look like they're on my face. Like, look at this. Just swipe and switch.
These are definitely a keeper.
I think these are the one. Ooh, these look good.
That was so easy. They make it so fun and fabulous.
Brought to you by Xfinity. Supercharge your home with supersonic Wi-Fi and beatable internet only from Xfinity. And by your Puget Sound Acura dealers, check out the reimagined 2023 Acura Integra. Work to do for the Mariners. Getting late, too, as we go bottom 8, 5-1 Angels. Mariners have stranded 5. Reid Detmers threw a heck of a ball game.
Really threw the ball well, had a good fastball. Topped out at 95 miles an hour, but that was the pitch right there. That was the problem. The slider, a lot of issues for the Mariners. There's the fastball again at the top of the zone, but he was on point. Also mixed in a pretty good curveball and a changeup. Just the one solo home run, pretty much it. There you go, 7 innings, 6 hits. The 1 run, it was the home run. 7 strikeouts, 1 walk. He threw 106 pitches.
Home run by Luis Torrens, his first of the year. Top of the order against Ryan Tepera. Adam Frazier, Ty France, Mitch Haniger. Tepera out of Houston, 34 years old in his 8th year. This will be game number 41 with the Angels. He's been with Toronto, the Cubs, the White Sox, first year with the Angels.
His average fastball 93 miles an hour. Slider, occasional changeup.
One off his fifth. Ball and 2 strikes. Frazier 0 for 3 coming into this at bat. 1-2 the count. That's a fair ball. Jared Walsh for the out. Tom Glasgow, what's doing?
All right, David, from the Ford Sports Desk. Earlier today across the street at Lumen Field, the Seahawks with a scrimmage, all eyes on the quarterback competition between Geno Smith and Drew Lock. And by all, if not maybe most accounts, Drew Lock had the better day. 19 of 26, led 2 drives to touchdowns and a field goal. Geno, 11 of 20, led a drive to a touchdown, another to a field goal. So maybe a pivotal day in favor of Drew Lock with the Seahawks opening preseason play next Saturday at Pittsburgh.
All right, Tom, thank you. Here is Ty France. Ty with a strikeout looking. Line out to left. Base hit to center. 1 for 3. That went off the mask of Stassi. John Tumpain, played umpire, buying a few extra seconds here. Watch this.
See the 2-seamer fouling it straight back. Yeah, you're going to feel that one. Maybe even with your neck.
Occupational hazard. One out, nobody on, straight up in the infield. Bouncing ball right side. Good lead there, good toss by Jared Walsh. 2 outs. Two outs. Angel pitching's been on point here in this game. Coming up tomorrow, series finale. Tucker Davidson goes against Marco Gonzalez. Look forward to finale of this series. Yankees will be coming in.
Haniger 0 for 2. He walked back in the 4th. Good to have him back in the lineup.
First game since 29 April. High ankle sprain, right ankle. Big ovation when they were doing the starting lineups at the beginning of this game. It's hanging up. Center fielder coming on. Moniak can't get it. Mitch will get to second and get there with a slide. 2-out double for the Mariners. It's a welcome sight. Seeing him run around the bases.
Been a while, hasn't it?
Sure has. Too long.
Yeah. Lost a lot of time this year. Good to get this hit out of the way. EQC Tracer has it right there, probably middle away. Pretty good fastball at 94 miles an hour. Hit towards the end of the bat.
It's the second double of the season. Three defenders left side of the infield for Suarez. Yikes. Hit better. 2 out. First and second.
And Gino not happy about it at all. And he let DePera know it. McDelivery Supermo. There's a two-seamer running in on him.
Stassi got hit too.
Well, as a hitter, that's what you hate, on the hands or your wrist.
Yikes. Right hand. There was a strike him out, throw him out, double play in the first inning. Looked like he jammed that his glove hand. Now this. 2 on, 2 out for Santana. Strike one.
That starts him with a slider, hard slider. He can get something up in the zone. Something he can drive in the gap or hit it out of the ballpark.
Inside. Well, Santana 0 for 1 against Ryan Tempero. Counts 1-1, 2 out, 2 on. Base hit by Haniger was the Mariners' 7th hit, so 1 more hit than the Angels. It's all about runs now. It's getting late. It is late. One. 2 balls, 1 strike. Big P. Crawfordson on deck for the Mariners. Oh, late game action here. There's a chance to get very interesting. Two and 1 with 2 out, 2 on. A lot of room out there. Infield pulled around a little bit to the right. 2-1 pitch. Fly ball right to Taylor Ward. That'll do it. Mariners strand 2 more. Go top 9. 5-1 Angels.
game. Let's check out the T-Mobile coverage cam. Top of the 9th inning here at T-Mobile Park in Seattle. Game 2 of a split doubleheader. First game won by the Mariners 2-1. Angels won the first game of the series last night 4-3. And right now the Mariners need to get to work. Post a 0 here and get a bunch of runs, bottom 9. Brennan Bernardino continues on. He pitched a 1-2-3/8. It's his second big league appearance. The number 27 man here, 27th man. Use that extra man here in doubleheader situations. Bunt. Bernardino hangs with it. Yep, throws it away.
Don't think he had a real good grip on the ball. He gets over there in pretty good shape. Right out in front of him, maybe rushes the throw.
Base hit he won. Here's David Fletcher. 2-run homer to left in the 6th. Goes the other way. That's what David Fletcher does. Here's a throw by Haniger. Offline. 6-1. 3 RBI night for Fletcher.
Pitch right on the outside corner, too.
We've seen that for years.
Eyes light up. Yes, we have. We've seen him. He hits the ball all over the place. This will be right inside the bag past Ty. Angels 2 for 4 runners in scoring position. Hit a couple home runs, too.
So Fletcher's knocked in 3. 1 RBI for Moniak, 1 for Stassi, and another for Ward. 6-1 lead, top 9. First plate appearance for Velasquez shows bunt. Ball 1.
He almost hits him with the breaking ball. Gino even with the bag at third.
1-0 pitch. First strike as he shows bunt again. Nobody out. Run in. Runner at first. One, 2 to Velasquez. Started game 1, went 0 for 3. Went 0 for 2 with a sacrifice in game 1 last night. Moved the runner over into scoring position with a sacrifice punt in the 10th inning. Two balls and 2 strikes. Andrew Wentz is up. I remember him from that Sunday, June 26th game. Big Fracas said, look out, ball boy, pay attention. Started the game, and that's fists were flying. Second inning, there's Wentz.
Yeah, they had a left-hander up, but once that run was scored, he started to get loose.
Needs mounts. Foul bound. Foul. Try that again. Foul back. It's been a long day.
It has been.
Mariners in the bottom of the ninth. Crawford, Lewis, and Terren 6, 7, and 8. Right now they need outs. 2-2 pitch. How much offense generated here tonight? Luis Terren's first homer of the season. That's it. Two and two. Now the count is run full.
That's a pretty good two-seamer. See if he can get a ground ball. Turn a double play behind him.
3-2 pitch. Bouncing ball to JP. Flip to Frazier. They will not get Speedy Velasquez. They do get the lead runner. And there's one out. Here's Tom Glasgow again.
All right, Dave, thanks so much. By the way, I'm getting paid by the appearance tonight. Let's talk Little League World Series regional play down in San Bernardino, California. Guess what? It's Washington, a team from Bonnie Lake, beating Bend, Oregon, representing Oregon 10-1. So congratulations to the team from Bonnie Lake today.
Nice night for you, Tom. Well done. 6-1. Angels, one out. Velasquez, good speed. He's at first. And that stays foul off the bat of Sierra.
A pretty good breaking ball.
Gotta get a double play to get out of this. 6-1 lead for the Angels. Angels 6-4 on the season series against the Mariners, 5-2 here in Seattle.
Wow, pretty good pitch.
1-1.
Here's the two-seamer. Just off the edge.
Good save by Terren's. 2-1. Two-1 with Velasquez at first. 2-2. Bernardino with the 2-2 pitch. Missed way outside. Full count. Taylor Ward, leadoff man, he's on deck. For 4 tonight with an RBI double. Walking. First and second.
He's having a tough time with his breaking ball. Basically, he just has his heater. They don't throw the breaking ball for a strike.
First and second. Brings up Taylor Ward. Confidence builder. Terren's, a couple of the infielders. JP and Adam come in. Pep talk there. See if they can produce a double play here with a good pitch.
His best chances with that two-seamer. He can go down and away. Should be able to get him to hit it on the ground. Pretty good hitter, though.
Ball one. We're 2 for 4 in game 1. 1 for 4 last night. Sacrifice fly 10th inning proved to be the game winner. Count evens, 1-1. Bouncing ball to JP. Oh, he bobbled. Oh, they got him at second.
They'll probably take a look at that.
And Sierra agrees with you because he's not moving.
Yeah, here's the bobble right here. Just loses the handle on it.
So he's safe.
It'll be an E6.
Los Angeles is challenging the outcall of second base.
Series finale tomorrow. Tucker Davidson will go against veteran Alexander Marco Gonzalez. Runner safe. E6, fielder's choice. And the bases are loaded.
For Ohtani. 0 for 3 tonight. He walked. Also has a strikeout.
A real pickle for Brendan Bernardino now with the bases loaded, 1 out.
And he needs a quality strike early. Do not want to fall behind.
Ohtani will attack first pitch, and he does here. Kyle Lewis getting under it. Vasquez. Good speed, hit first slide. He's in there. And Ohtani picks up an RBI. 7-1 lead. Ohtani. RBI number 65. The RBI spread all over the lineup for the Angels.
Six different players have scored a run, at least one run.
Seventh man to the plate. Here's Renifo. Strike 1. One to count. Angels came in here after losing 2 out of 3 at Oakland, at home against Oakland, losing 3 of 4 at home against Texas. Dino behind here, 2-1.
Just locate a fastball down and away. Breaking ball.
Ty's got to play. That will do it. 2 more on the board for the Angels. The lead now 7-1.
I love the Boys and Girls Clubs because they help you believe that you can make it to the big leagues.
Big leagues of what? Law.
Art? Construction? Baseball?
How'd you guess?
With the help of Major League Baseball, the Boys and Girls Clubs of America help kids make it to the big leagues of anything.
They trail the Angels 7-1 as we get ready for the bottom of the ninth. Tom Glasgow with you from the Ford Sports Desk. How about some hashtag where I root as we catch up with Mariners fans, and that would include Jerry, our buddy Jerry, sending this in. Happy birthday to Austin Fisher, spending his 40th birthday watching the Mariners. Happy 40th, Austin. And also sending a picture in, Anthony cheering on the Mariners from Disneyland with his family. You know, guys, when I think of Disneyland, I think of my favorite attraction, the Hall of Presidents. It's air conditioned, and you can hide in there for a good 6 to 7 hours.
You've been there on hot days, huh? All right, Tom, thank you. Oliver Ortega, 27th man for today's doubleheader. Big hill to climb here for the Mariners, down 7-1, bottom 9.
Ortega, 26 appearances on the year, a 3.82 ERA. Opponent's hitting .256 against him. J.P. Crawford's going to lead things off.
Joe Adell takes over in left field. First pitch to JP. Right to the shortstop. Vasquez throws him out. It's Kyle Lewis.
We'll see if he can hit the ball hard this time up. Tough night for him.
3 strikeouts. Goes against Oliver Ortega out of Nagua in the Dominican Republic. Home run. Just the 35th game. 2-year career for Ortega. Tuno. Pitch in there for strike.
Pretty good fastball at 97 miles an hour. And catches the corner top of the strike zone.
Three balls, 1 strike. Taken all away. Three-two pitch. Strike 3 called. 4 strikeouts tonight for Kyle Lewis. First one looking. 2 down here, bottom 9. Golden sombrero for Kyle Lewis. 2 outs. Luis Torrens counting for the Mariners' only run. First home run of the season. 2 out, nobody on, 5th inning. First pitch, strike. The 0-1. And it's ahead 0-2.
That's a pretty good fastball.
Yeah, really good life.
He's hit 97 a number of times. A pretty good slider.
Oliver Ortega. And that's your ball game. 7-1 Angels. They get a split with the Mariners today in this split doubleheader. 2-1 Mariners in the first game. All Angels 7-1 here in game 2. For Mike Blowers, I'm Dave Sims. Mariners postgame starts right now with Angie and Ryan Rowland-Smith.
Guys, thanks so much. The Mariners hoped they would be leading this series 2-1, but they will have to salvage the finale tomorrow to split the series. Guys, thanks so much. It was just one of those games. Offense hard to come by in the first game for the Mariners, but Ty France hits a 2-run home run. They win another 1-run game, 2-1. But here in the nightcap, Reid Detmers just too tough.
He was tough. You got to give a lot of credit to him. Now, we can talk all we want about the offense and how it's been slow since the comeback from New York and that road trip. But Reid Detmers, you run into this kind of pitching. Sandoval was tough last night, but Detmers, that was on another level. That breaking ball and that fastball up at the top of the strike zone, tough combination, but they do have to find a way. Let's get this offense going.
Remember, Detmers threw a no-hitter back in May of this season. This guy's been tough over his last 4 games. He's 1-0 with a 1.13 earning. Angels take game 2, 7-1. We've got more to get to here on Mariners Postgame.